A shocking story is unfolding in Yemen, a country already torn apart by war and poverty. But let me tell you, this time it's not just about battles in the desert or military strikes in the night. It's about human lives being bought, sold, and smuggled. Yes, Yemeni authorities say that they have cracked down on two dangerous smuggling networks that are moving desperate migrants from the Horn of Africa into Yemen. And let me tell you, the details, they are really disturbing. Let's start with the first case here, the eastern province of Al-Marha. Police say that they caught the so-called community leader living over there. But behind the title of leader was a completely different story. Investigators accused him of running one of the most ruthless trafficking ring in the area. His alleged method? Simple but very cruel. He used his influence to control the migrants, threatening them to hand them over to the police until and unless they paid him the bribes. Imagine being poor, fleeing famine and violence too, only to fall into the hands of somebody who claims to be your protector but is not. Now let's move to the south here, to Abyan province. Here's the trail that leads straight to the Houthis. Yes, a Houthi commander named Salha Harmal is accused of masterminding another smuggling route. You know how this whole thing actually worked? Migrants were brought by the sea to the southern coast, then moved step by step towards northern Yemen, eventually reaching Sada, the Houthi stronghold. From there, the network allegedly pushed them further towards the Gulf states. Now, think again. The same Houthis who claim to fight for justice and dignity are being accused of running human trafficking business like this. Well, the detainees themselves confessed on camera. They admitted to receiving money, buying equipment, even hiring people to move the migrants. One of them openly said that the funds came from Sada through intermediaries. The cash was transferred using money exchange offices, and that too in Houthi territory. So basically, in short, this was not a random gang. It looked like a well-oiled system run by protection from powerful men out there. And yes, the number tells a different story. The crisis may be in neighboring Shabwa. Just recently, a boat carrying around 120 undocumented migrants, most of them, by the way, young men, landed on Yemeni coast. These are the people who risk everything crossing the deadly waters of the Gulf of Aden. For context, according to the International Organization for Migration, more than 90,000 migrants tried to cross into Yemen last year alone. Despite the war, despite knowing the risks, Yemen has become a transit hub, a gateway to Gulf countries where migrants dream of jobs and survivals. But yes, here is another problem. Yemen is not unstable, it is collapsing. Security is weak, aid is limited, and the smugglers over there thrive in this chaos. The local governor in Shabwa even warned that this particular crisis, well, it's not just about security, but also about health, job, and society. Towns and villages are struggling to handle the influx of migrants, while international aid has been patchy at its best. So, what do we have here? We have two smuggling rings that are completely broken, one run by leader, another linked to Houthi commander, but here's the real story now. Yemen is becoming a human trafficking highway, and thousands of desperate people are paying the price. The irony here? The world talks about Yemen only when there are missiles, drone strikes, and ceasefire talks. But right now, a quieter, more dangerous war is happening over there. It is a war against migrants, a war where their lives are the currency. The big question is, will this world wake up to this crisis? Or will these human trafficking networks keep thriving in the shadows of Yemen's war?